Hey world, how you doing? Water filter time. Water filter changing time. So for our ice machine, it's a nice little setup they got here. Dispenser in the middle. 500 pound, I believe, 500 pounder isomatic. 22 inch wide on the top of the dispenser. 22 inch wide dispenser. Should be, I think that's a 500 up there. Zoom in on that. Let's see. Yeah, 520 HA3. So it's 500 pound machine on the model. And this water filters. Put them in 427.17. It's now 3 something, 3 or something. 2018. So yeah, so water flow is pretty poor. I'll show you here. You open up this valve back here, open that out, you'll see the water pressure drop to nothing, and that's how you know you need to change your water filters. Hardly anything going through there. And have a look at that pre-filter. And you see when I close it off, close off the valve, the pressure comes up. Okay. Look at that pre-filter. They start out white like that. That's the city water, how dirty it is after a year. So people, if you're watching this, you're not drinking filtered water. That's what you're drinking right there. City dirt, mud, and whatever's else in there. That one's looking pretty gnarly. Hasn't even been a year yet. So that started out white, that color white. So yeah, you'll see when I'll put the new one in the video. All right. Anyways, this is what the water filter looks like. Got it yanked out. Got these two out. Gnarly. Man, NSF approved mud. That's your NSF approved mud. See, thing is white in the middle. Thing's doing its job. I got it at the right time, like I said. I like when I write how long it's before you change them, you know, so you know, and you can check the flow and stuff. So good, perfect time to change it. That's exactly where you're supposed to do it. It's like 75 or 80% gone, looks like. Still white in the middle, the dirt's being held where it's supposed to be on the outside. So yeah, that's, you can see it's gnarly mud, street mud. That's what you're drinking, boys and girls. City water. Water filters are out. Okay, here's some before. I'll put these guys in. Okay, this is how your new water filter should come, all sealed up in plastic. Okay. If they're not all sealed up like this, I don't suggest using them unless it's some kind of emergency. But you better, anyways. So take them off, and then take the top off like that. Give it a twist, and you take off the condom off the filter. Okay, and then you just kind of give a body wipe down. I like to wipe in here because there's metal shavings sometimes, just kind of a metal dust, and you got to check that they come lubricated. You see that little bit of lubrication there? That's good. Sometimes, most of the time in fact, they don't come with a little bit of lubrication on those O-rings. See the top O-ring looks dry? I always put a little bit of lubrication on the O-rings. I just did this one. Okay, you notice I just use a little bit, and what I use, you can get this in Home Depot. It's for faucets and stuff. It's a waterproof grease, and this is made for plumbing, for like I said, faucets and faucet fittings. So it's you know, food grade. You can see the NSF certified to ANSI. The let me see if I can, NSF-61. So this, like I said, you get this in Home Depot, where the plumbing, faucet fittings, and all that kind of stuff is. So put a little of this stuff. It's like I believe it's what it is. I think it's the silicone grease. This looks like clear silicone type of stuff. But it's a really nice grease, and you just put ever so little dab. Put it on the O-ring. I like putting this one. I think this is the one I did already, because the top O-ring you can see is glistening, and I put a little here on these plastic things to the ears, that when you're pushing it in, just a teeny bit of lubrication, guys, can make your life a whole lot easier. Super lot easier. WD-40 and this stuff is two major things to have on the truck, and one of these pre-filter removing things, one of those, and a white one for the other kind too. But anyways, all right, go in here. Gotta put it in here. Okay, guys, pre-filter's still out, but the Insurise 2000, I still call them Insurise 2000 from way back. They're i2002 now, I guess they're called. So new i2000, kind of like R22 and new 22B, everything changing. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, installed 3/3/2018. Always right on your filters, always right here. And 3/3/18 water filters, 11 months, are pretty damn slow. And that's that. I installed all this setup, shoot, 8, 9, 10 years ago. I think something 2009 or something. So kind of cool. Anyways, has worked out pretty well. Looks like we got some seepage on some stuff after 10 years, but that's just the way it goes with brass and city water, and you got seepage all over the place. So I guess just, anyways. So I gotta go get a pre-filter over at Home Depot to replace that one, and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is the pre-filter that goes on up there. Alright, so set it up here. Filter uses one of these things to take it off. SW2. That is, anyways, it's an E-Series. Uses a UC110 pre-filter. There's your specifications on it. Part numbers. Pressure, temperature ratings. Okay. And Home Depot, you can get these are similar to your EC110, your EC110 pre-filter. It's just like these. These will work. These are standard 10-inch water filter. These are the ones I use. They work real good, as you see on the video. So. These are just reduced sediment. These are not carbon. These are just they just reduce mud. So anyways, they used to have all the specs on the outside, but now I guess they're putting them on the inside. It says see inside for full details. So anyways, that's that. So I'm gonna throw this in now. Okay, this is the housing. I always put some of this grease again on the O-ring. If the O-ring comes out of the hole, the groove that it's in, you remove the O-ring out, clean it, wipe it off with a towel, and then lube it up real good with the grease all around the O-ring, and then stick it back in the hole, and the grease will help hold it in place. Always grease up your O-ring, and always put a little grease in like a few spots on the threads, and that way everything should hopefully go on nice. Okay, so and you just drop in your filter. Make sure it goes around the little bottom tip that's sitting in the bottom of it. There's a down there in the bottom. See if you can see it. That thing sticking up. Okay, filter. We call it a tit in the trade. Okay. All right, so that's that. Hopefully it goes in. I'm gonna put it on right now. See if I can do this with one hand. Hopefully it goes okay. Start it. Okay, put it up. And, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this with one hand. You kind of got to spin it and got to be careful. Okay, right now water filters are changed. We should hopefully be done. I'll check it for drips after I'm done. But what you do, whatever Pure wants you to do, is you always, these big I2000s and I4000s, you need to flush them for 5 minutes to the drain at full flow. What I do is this valve right here, what you do is you close it to build up the pressure, which pushes open the bag inside the filter, and then when you close it too. And that's what kind of flow you should get out of a new water filter when everything's all clean and brand new. You saw that flow before was hardly nothing, but now we got, you know, serious water flow. That's brand new filters. So we got a clean white one and 2 new I2000s. And you run it at full flow. They ever here want full flow to the drain for 5 minutes. So that's what I do. I try to follow the directions, and touch wood, always comes out pretty well. So okay, so thanks for watching. That's that. I like the extra filter. What I do is I try to find some saran wrap here at the restaurant, and you wrap them up good in saran wrap and leave them on the job site somewhere safe. Or you can put it on your truck, but wrap it up real good with saran wrap to keep it clean, you know. That's what I found works real good at the restaurant. But it's flowing now, and I think we're good. We're fresh. We only need drips in the back and stuff, and so we should be. I think we should be good. When I lube this stuff up, the key thing is lubing up everything, man. Put that grease on all the O-rings and, you know, everything. That way everything seals up nice, and, you know. And the trick to spinning on these filters right here is you kind of shake it a little bit, so that little kind of like the dongle in there, the filter, you know, kind of shakes around a little bit so it finds its tit on the top, you know. And you gotta match up the nipple to nipple, you know. And then once you get it centered on its shaft in there, you know, and then you tighten her up. And don't over tighten these, because you'll never get them off again. Just do them hand tight. They pretty much just say hand tight. Like if you're real strong, you know, big guy like me, pretty much hand tight works. But you can go just a little bit with a wrench with your left hand. Don't tighten it with your primary hand, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So you have your primary hand to, when you take them off, they're going to be They seal up real good. They seal up fine. So. Anyway, I like the Everpure stuff. Been using it for over 30 years, so I like the Everpure stuff. Anyways, that's it. So thanks for watching. Click like on the video if you could, and subscribe. All right. Take care.